Welcome to Gas to Cut. That's right. It is fire ban and I can't have a fire. So for the first time ever, I am deliberately going out to the bush to cook with a gas cooker. Never thought the day had come. But here we are. I'm going to make the most of it. So I picked up a really cool new little barbecue. I've hitched on the caravan and yes, I'm back in my Prado. It's so good to have my setup back. I haven't had the Prado for a few weeks because Toyota suspect it was a loose timing chain, which is not causing any damage, but it sounds like crap. So my car's sounded very bad for a few weeks, and I haven't been keen to tow the caravan with it because just in case. However, so I borrowed a bunch of cars from Hunter Mechanical. Thank you so much for that, by the way. Absolute lifesavers, because I don't know what the hell I was going to do without it. And this is actually part of the reason I've ordered a new car. Is that when I don't have a car, my business pretty much grinds to a halt if I can't tow a caravan. And so anytime I need anything major done to my car, or if it has any kind of a failure, I'm really in a bad spot. So I'm not going to tell you what I've ordered, but I have ordered a new car. It arrives in a few months, and it should be a great second addition to Fighter Fork. Don't worry, the 10-year tour is not going anywhere. So let's cruise down south. Head to the campsite that I usually go to in winter, but in summer. What do you think, Fred? Fred cannot wait to go camping. Something I'm testing out on this trip that I've never used before is one of these things, a Gen Y hitch. I'm borrowing it from Hunter. It's just one of his display models, and I was like, oh, can I try that? He's like, yeah, sure, go for it. My God, is it nice. It's one of those things that, when you find something and you can never go back. It's like when you first do a business class flight, or first go to gold class at the movies, or first sleep in a king bed. First go in a hybrid camper. Caravan. Oh my God. This ruined me. That is so nice to tow with. I wish I didn't know that. I wish I didn't know. You can't feel any feedback from the trailer. It's just like driving on a cloud. It's like towing a cloud. I mean, this trailer tows really well, but it's still like a, steel connection between it and the car. So anything the trailer does gives feedback to the car. Not anymore. Don't know if I'm giving that back. Right, so I haven't actually explained what I'm doing today. We're going to do beer snacks. I'm sure it'll say it in the thumbnail. But basically, these are simple beer snacks that you can just whack on any barbecue. So you can pre-make them, take them to a barbecue, you can take them to a park, you can do whatever with them, and they're good to go. Also, I have a fancy, fancy new breadboard because my other ones were stolen from the caravan detailer. But, you know, as much as I'm pissed off that they stole them, I'm really enjoying having a nice fresh one that'll last a month like that. So we're going to start off with jalapeno poppers. I've never done these on this channel, but I've done them many times. And let's get a little knife. This is going to be a little knife job, I think. They are hot. They're very hot. So a lot of people don't like the spice. So I'm going to show you how to do jalapeno poppers that aren't spicy and that won't kick your ass. So jalapeno in half. Pull all the middle of the jalapenos out. Now, I had someone tell me once that I was spreading rumours and bullshit because I said that the heat was in the seeds, and it's actually not true. The heat is apparently in the pith, like this pale bit. So, yeah, interesting fact. And just in the skin. The seeds are spicy as well, but most of the heat's actually in the white bits. So, yeah. But if you want them really spicy, do it. You can actually kind of mix it in with the cream cheese that goes in the middle. Now, don't touch your eyes or your old fella. After you do this, wash your hands first. What I'm going to do, usually I throw all my scraps in the fire, and I don't have a fire, so I can't do that. So what I'm going to do is have a little scraps bowl. This is good, but I want to put all these in. I'm going to take these home, and I've got this thing called a stash, a KEA stash, and I use that for all my food scraps, and I chuck it in my Fogo or my compost at home. But I haven't actually been taking it away for ages because, as I said, I usually throw it all in the fire. Like, you know, throwing a bit of the middle of a jalapeno in the fire is just not an issue. I'd also like to know, would you like to see a video on how I deal with rubbish on long trips? Because I do some pretty remote trips, and I've got some interesting ideas about, well, I think, you know, some ideas I haven't heard from other people about how I deal with rubbish, because I go away with so many people and I'm like, what on earth are you doing? Why have you got all this crap in this bag? And they end up with just like 5 massively full rubbish bags in 2 days. And I've got like this much rubbish at the end of it. It's just, some people, it blows my mind how much rubbish they can produce. And it's not like I'm not using much stuff, I really am. But I just think I deal with it kind of efficiently, and there are certain things I don't bring. I'm just defrosting this, by the way. So, let's get some cream cheese. We'll load that right up. I have to say, I do love camping on a Monday. There's just no one here. So this is streaky bacon because it's better than not streaky bacon. Toothpicks left over from the 4-wheel drive show from my food samples. Cream cheese. Wrap the bacon around it. Toothpick. It's going to be a very toothpick heavy episode. You can make your own toothpicks with sticks, but it's really, really annoying. So I recommend just actually using toothpicks. Unless, like, if you need more than about 8 toothpicks, do it yourself. But just buy them. They're really cheap and they last forever. It's a nice fat piece of streaky bacon, which is fantastic. Sometimes you have to go sort of, you know, on an angle, like in a sort of a curly motion around it, but these are the full length of the jalapeno. So I haven't carried a gas barbecue in the bush ever. It's my first ever gas barbecue here, and I haven't carried gas aside from what's been built into my Cubs since 2016, I think. 2017. Yeah, I stopped carrying gas in 2017. So what's that? 8 years. I had a gas burner in the Jalika for just in case, but it was still in the packet at the end of my trip. It's still in plastic. Now, sweet cukes are better for this. Now, sweet cukes are like little tiny cucumbers that kind of look like chili. They're like the size of a jalapeno, but they have no spice in them. And this is for people who want this kind of food, but aren't actually very good with spice. And they're very, very easy. And you can just use a normal cucumber or a pepper if you're in America. This is not the best bacon, I have to admit. It's bacon that's okay. It's streaky, it's better than other bacon, but it's not actually a good quality bacon. I was in a rush and I shopped at Coles. I love getting butcher bacon. All right, I reckon we're ready to start these. So what are we cooking on? This, it's called a nomadic, N-O-M-A-D-I-Q. They're from Holland, because the Dutch like to ride bicycles and they want light things. This is 5.6 kilos. This is not sponsored. And that is the barbecue. Let's move this up. Drip trays under here. Now, gas. So I've got this linked up to my caravan gas bottle. I should probably move that mosquito coil thing away. So I've got it hooked up to this thing, which needs an adapter. Otherwise they just hook up to those little tiny gas bottles. They're like propane, I don't even know what the brand is, Coleman or something. Screw this in. Now the reason I don't know if I like it, I've just got it. The reason I chose this one is because it gets hotter than a Weber. Everyone's got a Weber and I don't mind a Weber, but they're about 5 times the size of this. And the Weber gets to about 290 degrees on top, 288. This gets to 375 in the middle and 325 on the outside. And I like lots of heat, so these apparently will actually cook a steak properly. So, there you go, hold that, press this. Oh, that's not even close. Sorry, I haven't screwed this in properly. Just looking at the thread on this side compared to the other side, and it's not even close. It's lit. Moron uses barbecue for the first time. Can be the title of this video. All right, I'm gonna clean it off, heat it up, clean it off because it's brand new. This is not a Teflon coating, it's a ceramic coating. I do not like cooking on Teflon. So it is a non-stick coating, but it's a ceramic non-stick coating, which I think is far better. Oh, I smelt that, it's brand new. Okay, so. I just like to give these things a bit of a wipe off because I've sometimes got some like machining oil or something on them. Not that this would have machining oil because it's ceramic coated. I don't know, I just don't like the idea of cooking on something straight out of a factory. Before you've at least just wiped whatever is in there off. It's probably unnecessary. Apparently you can chuck these in the dishwasher. I never will. Ready to cook. Well, not ready to cook, it's on full heat. So we'll turn it down. Should really not have this PVC thing next to it. It's pretty dumb. If you're wondering what this is, it's my bin. It's the Kelmat Anywhere bin, because it goes anywhere. See? It's good. All right, low heat. So while I'm used to a fire, I'm also like, my background is, you know, just judging heat by feel. So I'm going to put this on a 1/4, and that feels about right, because you want to slow cook these. Not slow cook, but you know, like you don't want to. Don't want them on intense heat. All right. Now, like I don't have a gas barbecue at home, for the record. Well, I do now. Next, you'd never believe it, but this is an Italian dish. It's like the least Italian looking thing I've ever seen. It uses very Asian style cooking ingredients and yeah. Well, maybe it's not an Italian dish, I don't know. I know they serve it a lot in Italy, but that might just be, you know, in the same way that butter chicken is basically an English dish. So I want to take some thick bits of spring onion. We'll go like 4 of these. I'm going to keep this stuff because I've got 6. I've got some cook-ups tomorrow and the next day that need them. Korean food uses a lot of spring onion. Just driving in here today, I felt so weird that I wasn't collecting firewood. It's just one of those things it's so ingrained. So, this is pork belly. Why does it look like this? Because it's pre-done from the Asian supermarket. You can get it actually at like Woolies and stuff like that as well, but this is pre-shaved pork belly. You can get your butcher to do it, or you can get it like this. It's basically, that's the same meat, bacon and pork belly, except this one's not cured. This one's just pork belly. So, this is the easiest way to get it. There's a heap in a pack. Salt. Wrap. I'll start warming this up. They gave me a non-slip mat and I didn't use it, so that's completely on me. Ooh, that's pretty fancy. I've kind of done it on an angle and I can get the thing to grab both ends. Now, if you're wondering if this spring onion is going to be sharp, I don't think it will. I think it'll be quite sweet. I'm going to do another one of those. That's a pretty big piece. I think it'll be pretty sweet, and I think it'll be more like a caramelized onion by the end of it. I have so much pork belly, so I'm not going to be shy on these. Got a couple of little loose bits, but let's chuck these on. I do like being able to cook all in the same place, actually. It's kind of, I liked it with the, the compact ride, but this is like another level up, being able to cook on my table. It's a lot like using the hibachi or something. It's quite nice. Now, I'm certainly not going to say I won't use a Weber. I might, but I'm going to try this for a while. If I want a lid, no worries. I'm going to put my camp oven over the top. Like if I was cooking this on a Weber now, I'd definitely have the lid down. What do I do with myself? Oh, actually, I've got an idea to make it less slippy. So, I spilt some soy sauce on this. Bit of wet paper towel. Oh, that's heaps better. So I'm sort of learning where the hot spots are, as with any barbecue. Doesn't seem to be too bad. There's a little like triangle shape of where the burner is, and that's obviously warmer than the other bits, but yeah, that's about it. This is outrageous, but I'm thinking about changing beers. I love Bbq. I really like their beers, but I've been drinking the same 3-4 beers for 4 years. And I have found recently when I go to the bottle shop, I'm buying different ones. I bought these, and I bought a few other ones. So, stay tuned. Everything's changing. No more Bbq, maybe. No more fire. That's not true. There's definitely still gonna be fire. But yeah, It's all weird. New car, new hitch. Don't even bloody look the same. Lost 8 kilos, had a haircut. All over the place. And don't worry, yes, I am going to be using the actual Cub Caravan kitchen. And I will also be trying out some other gas cookers, big wok burner. I've got all kinds of things planned. And of course, the only other gas burner I own is one of those Bunnings $20 jobbies, because I think they're great. And I'm going to give one of them a go and cook an expensive meal on a really, really cheap cooker. I just think they're the best bang for your buck. I forgot to actually mention, first impressions of the barbecue. It's got a good weight. It's not heavy, but it doesn't feel cheap, and that's a big thing. It's very easy to set up. It's been easy to clean. It's got good heat control. I like it so far, but I haven't done anything high temperature. I haven't done anything covered. I haven't given it a deep clean. I can't give you a proper review for a while. First impressions though, will be staying in the kit for a while. Oh, it's so good. I do still like this beer, I really do. But you know, I want to mix things up. And it won't be Great Northern. And for the record, Bbq has never paid me a cent, but they have given me a lot of free beer, and I really appreciate it. And I really do like the people there. I think the hottest bit is the corners here. Yeah. But it's pretty even. It's good. All right, so you'll see it's getting a little bit of flare up here occasionally. That's kind of the point where you really need to start paying attention, because it means that the fat's really rendering out of both the cheese and the bacon. So it means they're very close. It's exactly what you want. You want the streaky bacon to render the fat out quite a lot, and it sort of bastes itself in its own fat. If you use shortcut, you're just gonna end up with ham. It's glorified ham. I like ham. I like bacon more. I'd also really like to say, after I did the video on the fire bans and all that stuff and how the laws have changed, I'd like to say thank you for the incredible amount of support I got. I had thousands of messages. I'm sorry if I haven't responded, because I can't respond to all of them. There are so many, and it was so nice, and it was so supportive, and people saying, no, we're not going to turn off, you're not going to lose us, do gas, do this, do that, you know, like, it was just unbelievable. I was blown away. I went from a very stressful situation to an opportunity for the channel to expand and grow and do some interesting stuff. So yeah, really grateful. Thank you. This is kind of what we're looking for. Browned all the way over. I feel like these would be amazing with like a teriyaki glaze, but I want to try them nude first. And I don't have any teriyaki glaze, so I've got the ingredients to make it, but it's already cooked. Because they kind of remind me of like yakitori, which is like, yakitori is chicken and spring onion on skewers, or just chicken. All right, I think that can come off. Beautiful. Look at that. All right, while I wait for that to finish, I'll turn this side off. This is something I'm definitely going to fail at, is turning things off, because I'm shocking at it, because you don't turn a fire off. I think these are nearly done. The thing I'm mainly looking for is that the spring onion's getting soft. Not, like, the pork belly needs to be cooked, obviously, but once, see, that spring onion's all squishy, that means it's caramelized and going to be sweet. So I'll leave a bit of that on. I mean, it can't hurt, it's just going to keep rendering and being nice. All right, start the other ones. Pull the skewers out so you don't die. Oh, good shortest B-roll are these two. That's not very nice, but this is. These finished cooking while I was doing B-roll. This is good to go. No skewers, no death. No, sure, last. That was all. Burn my face off, I won't be able to taste anything else. Okay. Capsicum popper. That's really good. There's a touch of salt. I need a touch though, because it is bacon. Bit of pepper. Try again. That is, I mean, it's already very good. It's crispy. Oh, creamy as anything, obviously, the cream cheese. And nice and sweet from that capsicum. That's very smashable. The pepper was a great addition. Does it go well with beer? 8 out of 10, I'd say. I should start doing that, rating it, how well it goes beer. How well it goes with beer. Because the sweetness isn't as good with the beer from the capsicum as something more savoury. Yeah. God, I talk nonsense sometimes. Sorry, there's a bit here that's annoying me. I think this is going to need more salt. No. It does, but oh my god. Okay. In my mind, I thought, why would you do this with pork belly? Why would you not just do this with bacon? Because bacon is a saltier, beautiful, tasty version of pork belly. And now I get it. It is so much meatier and nicer than if it was with bacon. The spring onion would be completely lost with bacon. This is a milder flavour, but really nice. And it doesn't need teriyaki. I'm still going to try it with teriyaki, but it doesn't need a sauce. I'm really quite surprised how much nicer that is than I thought. Who's going to be? Oh. Okay. I like that more than that, and I love that. That is exceptional. Wow. Okay. Beer test. I'm going to go back to 7.5 on that because I've just realised I've rated it too high. Because 10 is unachievable. That is like an 8.6. It's really good with beer. Wow. Now, I know these go well with beer, and I know they're tasty, and I'm very much looking forward to eating it. I prefer that. I prefer the spring onion one. That's very nice. It is really very nice. It actually needed a bit of salt. I'm going to try again with some salt. I still prefer this. I didn't expect that. I expected first, second, third. First, second, third. This with beer, 8.7 because it's spicy. So even though the sweetness doesn't go as well with beer, the spiciness is very refreshed and quenched by the beer. Oh, these are some of the best beer snacks ever. Alright, go and make these particularly. Thank you so much for watching the first Gas to Gut. Regular programming will be back in winter. Until then, this is what we're going to be doing. Playing around with different things, different products, different ways of cooking, and be able to go camping legally in summer anywhere you bloody well want. I can't believe how good that is.